It's Monday, April 1st, and the time is 1:27 p.m. Just want to go over the markets for the morning so far. Starting with the Sunday night open, we had gapped up, moved above the trend line, closed not at the highs but close to it, which is bullish. I don't really trade Sunday night. Did not trade this. Just left it alone overnight. Just kept on moving around and came into it early in the morning. Looking at this, so we had a break. This trend line is okay. It's not great. It's recently it only had 2 points and not quite convincing. Of course, it gapped off it, but still not a great trend line. This is obviously much better in here, but I put it in anyway, and we have a break of it, closing at the lows. Some volume coming in, so that looked okay. So my expectations at this stage is, and again, this is a video of the trades, and I just go over explaining as I traded live. So I'm looking at the break of the bearish line in here, the flush, coming back and selling over here. And I'm looking for channels in here. I'm looking for targets, resistance, stops, looking for places to trade all through the day. I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed of the video because this is a 35-minute video, so it will take a long time. So again, I'm waiting. We flushed this. Now we're flushing down. And this is right over here. That was a good flush in here. So we flushed over here and we had pots. And that's bearish. Then we came in and we flushed over here as well, and that's also bearish. So two bearish bars in here with some volume, not a lot of volume because this is early in the morning, but still those are really significant bars to kind of give you an early tell how the day may continue. But I'm still looking at this point. This is a cross between the bulls and the bears. I'm looking, this is a perfect area to spot, to be trading in, taking short off it. That would be a nice trade for a 10-15 points at least. It would have been from 53.26 down to 13, at least 14-13 points. So I'll push play again. Then I thought, okay, we have a line from back here, and we may flush this one instead because this is moved beyond it. It's beyond. It's a breakout now. It's not gonna obviously it's not gonna come back, and not obviously it doesn't look like it's gonna come back and touch this. So I'm thinking, oh, let's give an alternative scenario of remove this. So I'm looking here, let it come down, flush it, get some more price down, then come back and fill me in for a short. And I'll go ahead and move forward. This is my target. It's my limit sell, and this is my target. So I'll wait for the flush and have it come back, fill me in for a short. I'm still bearish and have been since even with this bar in here. I was still thinking I don't see it. I really didn't see any entry for the bullish case in here for with the lines that I have, the slopes that I have that have been working. So I moved it again. See, I can't remember what I did here. So now it was here. Then I changed my mind and moved it up some more. Liquidity is kind of low, so I thought we'll have some strong moves both ways before the market gets ready to open, or it does open. So this is my entry limit short at 25. Now I'm going to pick it back up at 15 for a 10-point gain. And this line, if you look at this line, it hugged this line really well. Broke it, came back to it, closed below it. Then it got closed, tried to break it again, closed below it one more time. Now it's underneath it. So if anything, that really should have given me an indication that we are still bearish and quite bearish, and we may not even come close to this fill in here. at that time, of course, you can see it clearly now. But at that time, I just kept it in here and insisted that it comes back and get me. And this is a good way to trade, because you may miss a few trades here and there, but at the same time, look, this is what happened right over here. This is again higher speed, so it did move fast, but not this fast. So it held, then something broke. It wasn't really a news break. It just flushed down. So now this is obviously no longer in play. Actually, the better move would have been this, with this strength of a sell off. A lot of times you'll have a bounce for 5-6 points. It's a good buy in here, to buy right here at 16 for 4 or 5 points. But again, I'm thinking short, so I put my limit in here, waiting for it to come back and fill me at 17. And of course, I didn't get the fill, because it was a very, it was bearish, and it was becoming more and more bearish. So I missed a lot of trades because of that. Or maybe mine was 17 and a half, or something like that. It was just a little bit off, kept missing me. Got close to it, but no fill. So I'm sitting in here. I'm looking to buy it back right before. No, actually I moved it. That's what happened. I moved it. I'm thinking, okay, this is a very strong bar. We should have a reaction off this bar. And instead of the 17 and a half, I wanted to fill me at 20. Because in my stops are usually about 3.5 points, 4 points, depending on the market. And I didn't want it to stop me and move without me. So I'm going to give it some more room. I want to have it pick me up in here. And looking back now in hindsight, it was a mistake, because 17 would have been decent. 17 and a half would have been a decent fill for short. So I'm going to move forward. Continued. Now I draw another line in here, coming from this high. Not a very strong line, but seems to hold the price for just a bit. Same thing in here. It broke right through it. So this is no longer viable short, or it doesn't look. Okay, so what I was thinking in here is possibly that I sell in here, and if it continues, I have a wider stop. I'll sell half a position in here. Let's say 2 contracts in here, and in here I add 2 more contracts if it continues to move up. Otherwise, I'll take it for a little bit more of a target in here, because we have room down to 53.05, and I didn't do that. I'm not really sure why I didn't do that. It was a good plan. I planned really, really well today, but the execution was horrible. I just kept not following the plan that I had put on the chart. So again, I'm looking at the bulls. Okay, what are the bulls thinking? What is the case for the bulls? And there is really nowhere for them to and that's what I put in the notes here, for them to be picking up the price. Yeah, there's no slope to be looked at this stage, because of this gap and the Sunday night gap as well. So again, short one, add to it. I'll move forward again. Then it didn't fail. Just kept on going down. See this, I'm gonna go back a little bit and explain this. If this had flushed this in here, coming from this recent swing high and moved up, I would have taken a short in here, but it didn't quite flush. And that's 2 indications. One, for me, it's not as good of a setup, because I wanted to flush and then stops and start moving back up again. But at the same time, what shows me that the bears are still in full control. So even though if it didn't flush this, it moved up and immediately collapsed. It failed. So I'm going to move forward. I kept moving my target down. Come back, and should have been short in here, possibly added if it continued, or been with one position and be gone with it. Said one position in here. No, what I was thinking now is one position short in here and add to it in here, and it's not a good plan because it was still trending down. Should have been one short in here and added to it in here if it continued higher. Bearish price action. Okay, I'll move forward, and obviously it missed me again, so I kept moving, trying to get filled, and it missed me again. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll get filled in here, and I'm just zooming in and out of the charts. That's why they see the price moving. And now trying to see what happened. Can't remember. Yeah, I paused the video because the video was taking too long. I moved it in here. It would have been a nice fill in here. I had planned to be in here short at 53.15. For some reason I moved it up, thinking, okay, it's too soon. It's gonna move back up to this high in here because this is somewhat significant, I thought. And we're gonna move up back to 53.20. We got close. Would have been filled if I left it in here, and that would have been a perfect fill right here from 53.15 down to 10, at least 5 points, not even more than 5 points. Would have been at least 10 points, would have been done for the day. Well, not really. It would have been 15 to 8 points. And the market opened, and if I had been short in here, if I did get filled right over here right before the market opened, and down here, that's when the market opened in here, I would have been out with 5-6 points, whatever I had, which I think it's 5 points, because it's just the market open. Sometimes you just can't predict unless the trend is really strong. Okay, now moving lines, move forward. I moved it, and we have this bar in here, so I had another chance to be filled short here. If I'd missed it the first time the market opened, could have left it, taken some heat, which it did, but it would have moved down. So I'm thinking we're going to touch down here, we're going to move up, I'm going to get filled. I'm still insisting on 53.20, and for some reason, and I'm looking back at it now, I should have not done that. Move forward, and it continued. This is some news broke, or something happened. Oh, that's, I think, the 8:45 news, and we had actually gapped down really hard in here. This is when the news broke, and right over here, this is the next. We want one fill in here, the second one was down here, and all of this would have been stopped out. But it would have been a good short position for 13 to 7, 5 points at least. And this is the reaction of the news. I'm still thinking in here. Even though this area is really still looking good for short, I'm still thinking 53.20. Move forward, and here it goes. Kept on going. Missed it again. That would have been 53.13, 53.03. Would have been 10 points. Would have been done for the day. But I'm still insisting to go short in here. And zooming out again. Now I'm finally getting more reasonable with my fills. I'm bringing them back closer in at 53.11. It's not going to get 53.20 anytime soon. So let me get this and try to get filled here at the bottom of the channel and make my 10 points and be done with the day. Monday, I just had a lot of things going on, not even moving it further. And I have a lot of work to do, and I just wanted to get my day over and done and then just be over with. And, it's just the worst thing you can do when you're trading. So I'm bringing it back higher to 53.13. I had some time off screen, so I was actually watching, then I was leaving, I was watching, I was leaving. So now I'm thinking, okay, now this is somewhat of a major line for me. It had hit some major areas, price action, and I'm thinking we're gonna see buyers in here, and we did. I think I know I took a trade long. I'm waiting for this flush, they're right over here. Took it, I'm long, And this is a counter trend trade, so I'm in for 4 points only. And I think I made that fairly quickly. It didn't take much heat on that trade. I guess I was longer on the trade than I anticipated. I thought it was quick. 4 points is my limit to take 4 points of this trade. 52.95, I think, and 96. I can't remember. I'll show all the fills here toward the end of the video. And I'm filled for 4 points. So I moved it down a bit for a sell at 53.05. Again, from 53.20, I moved down to 53.11, 53.05, and it just continued moving without me. Could not get filled now. Thinking we're gonna see this. He's gonna hold it down, which it did. I got the 4 points, and you can see it went down from here. Down from here. One thing I did want to mention is this bar in here. We had this sell-off in here. Well, that wasn't really a sell-off. We had this down bar with the highest volume of the morning, yet we closed on the middle, not at the lows of the bar, but toward the middle. That's what I was thinking. There's some bulls in here, and that's why they're going to come back and try 53.20. So there was a reason behind that move, because I'm thinking over here, if this was really bearish and we had no bulls at all, we'd have closed at the lows with this volume, and I was wrong. So continuing from here, took the 4 points, then kind of moved away from it. So I'm thinking we're going to see some resistance in here, and we're going to move up, and I'm going to take a short at 53.05. And that wasn't the case. Move forward again, stayed below. Now we flushed again. I think I took another long in here. Let me see. Yeah, I took another long in here as another flush from here. That's from somewhere back here. And this one, I only took like a point out of it. Yeah, about a point. And that was also a mistake, because that was a good setup. With the volume going down as we are trending down, we're not seeing any volume behind it, so it would have been good for at least 6, 7, 8 points, at least 4 points, since being a counter trend. But I only took 1 point out of it. Yeah, I took a point in here. I just got restless with this trade, being long and I'm glad I did, actually, because now I was wrong. So it gave me that 1 point and flushed. And over here again, I'm thinking, okay, we should see some buyers in here. And I don't know why I kept trading counter trends, because I kept missing. I think because I kept missing my short trends in here, my trades in here. So I'm trying to go on counter trend and trying to pick up a few points in between. Those are good setups, but they're high risk, and they're good for maybe 2, 3, 4 points, 4 points maximum. Again, I missed this one. I missed this flush. This would have been moved down. Again, did not quite flush. So I kept thinking, okay, there's some buyers. They're going to come pick it up. Came right to the line and was gone. There's some volume coming in here. I've missed this one, the long in here. So this was actually, even though you don't see it, it was good for 3, 4 points easily. So I'm still chasing it, not chasing it down. I'm bringing my limits down to get picked up at 52.95 at the stage. And I don't know what happened. No, it didn't even come close. It just continued down. Selling continued. I'll move forward now, finally in here. Not over here. This is another flush that would have been easily good for 4 points. and it got the 4 points in 8 seconds. This is moving really fast. It wasn't that fast, but it would have easily got you 4 points. Then this short here would have been okay. I'm not sure if I hit it, because eventually here this time I had to get back to work, and I just couldn't really be watching the screen anymore, and I didn't want to put any trades in, long or short, without having to watch it. I have my bracket orders in, but still it's not really a good way to be trading. I kept my limit in here at this time. I think I kept this at 52.95, and it missed me again. Yeah, it missed me again. Went down, touched only this point, and just kept moving away from me. Kept going. This would have been 10 points easily. 84, 82, from 93 to about 84, 83, 8 points, 9 points easily. And yeah, it's right here. It was 83 and it was 90. 92 is the fill if I take it. And this is 82. So I went long one last time in here again to pick up. Yeah, and I want to break even, maybe a quarter of a point, if that. And at that stage, I realized, okay, that I'm not really trading well. I'm not getting my fills. I'm getting frustrated. Work is really getting busy, and I need to stop. And I need to get to work and stop doing that. So I stopped. So this long, by the way, and would have been, and I'll show a snapshot of it. This long would have been good for 10 points easily, even more, I think. And it was overextended. This drop, this sell-off in here, lower volume, and here's my results. Here's my trades for the day. Stopped again, up 5 points total for the day, and let's see, this one moved up right over here, and it moved up, and actually, and I show that here, the picture at the end of the video. We finally got into this area in here, so I'd have kept my limit short in here. I would have picked it up and dumped from there for another 10 points, so it would have been a good trade. So, good day, 5 points on Monday, I'll take it. But I just did not trade well. And that's a day for me, and I'll try again. Tomorrow, actually, I cannot. I am on the road tomorrow and Wednesday. I may be able to look at the market early on Wednesday morning, but most probably no video for sure tomorrow, and no trading, and maybe Wednesday.